Cecilia, and as you can see, this is a kind of like a different podcast today. It's the 27th episode, and it's our or their Christmas special. It's my podcast. Hello!
Of course.
It's my Christmas special.
Yes.
And yeah, we're gonna talk about Christmas and traditions, festivities. So I'm from Argentina, and I'm bringing that perspective.
Cool.
And it's actually my cousin.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Otto, for people who have listened to our episode before.
I'm Sheldon.
And I'm Maria. I think we have an episode with me.
Yes.
And we are from Brazil, so we're going to talk a little bit about the Brazilian perspective on Christmas. And Otto is like a German guy, so we have like different...
Half German.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
so
we
true.
have lots of cultures. So we have... You're full Argentinian, but you lived in France for a year. Now you live in Berlin.
Yeah.
I grew up in Germany, half Argentinian. I lived in Ireland, now live in Sweden. You're from Brazil.
Yeah.
You live in Ireland since 6 years.
Yeah.
6 years now, yeah.
So, yeah, we want to give like our perspective of how we celebrate. I mean, just for context, we're on the same room, no Zoom meeting, because we celebrated Christmas together yesterday. And I think, we did it like the way we do it. I wouldn't say it's classically German either, but we definitely have this, you have this one dish that you do every year, pretty much the same. And we have, the same idea. We have a tree, we give the presents, and it's kind of the same context. So
Santa Claus.
yeah, we don't have a Santa Claus, but we can maybe hire someone to do it. But so, I mean, the way we do it is... I think all in Germany as well.
Did you say your name for the audience? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Cecilia. Okay. I'm a little bit hungover because I drank wine. So
Because it's Christmas.
it's Christmas.
That's what we do in Brazil. We drink a lot.
Did you have for breakfast beer?
Not today because today I'm driving, but yesterday I drank a little
you
bit.
said that.
Yeah.
So we can start with yesterday, and then we can continue what we did. So basically in Germany it's very common that you gather with a family or friends, close friends, or neighbors if you like them. And you usually have one meal that is like a traditional dish. So we had, for example, the German Klöße, which is like it's kind of some kind of dough with like made from potatoes, and you had some breadcrumbs inside and some gravy sauce, and then we have a turkey. No, guns? Is it no, it's not a turkey. It's a
Goose?
goose, exactly.
Yeah, goose, yeah.
Not a duck, not a turkey, a goose. And then we eat and talk, have some fun, and then we open the presents on the same night. So we put up the Christmas tree yesterday, which is kind of uncommon. Most people put it up beginning of December or like mid of December because they're more organized than we are, but we do it on the day. And we open the presents, we give them to each other, and then that's pretty much how we do it. So I would say it's pretty the most simple version of Christmas you could celebrate, I think. How is it like in Brazil? What do you do usually?
So I think there are a couple of things. So the Christmas tree, when we build it, the food, what we have, what other aspects? The presents, how we give presents to each other is different.
Yes, and when we start to eat, I think that was like the most traumatic experience to me. And each Brazilian, you can ask this, and they will like, oh, okay, that's not a good part. Because we are obligated to wait until midnight to start eating. Like you have the most beautiful table with loads of food that you love. Some foods you only eat on Christmas, so you're waiting. Like rabanada, that it's a bread dessert that we do. It's like you only eat in Christmas. So yeah, the rabanada is there, looking at you,
But
and you need to eat.
If you have all the food there, doesn't it get cold? I mean...
Actually, the hot ones, they will be like in the oven, like turn off, just to maintain the temperature. And if you have some type of dish that it's important to do in the moment, you will start doing like 11 p.m. just to guarantee.
So it's not that everything is on the plate. It's
yes, but
things.
we have we like to do like a lot of decorations with fruits. So the table's gonna have like loads of beautiful fruits and colorful stuff. So yeah, and the cold dishes, because we have a lot of cold dishes. And I think that I realized just now that I never saw, I mean, in other houses in other countries, is that we prepare ourselves like for a party. we dress up like
that's
for a
true.
party. And it's like a joke because everyone like, oh, tomorrow is Christmas night. So are you ready to dress up to stay in our living room? Because we put makeup and fix the hair and beautiful clothes just to stay in the living room. Like it's a thing.
Best self.
Yeah.
Where does the tradition come from for not eating or waiting to eat? Like is there a reason? Like a Christian reason?
The reason that I think it is, but I'm not sure. It's because it's only Christmas in the 25, so you need to wait the midnight. Like is actually 25 to start
like
Christmas.
A Christian relationship. Like you don't eat until Jesus is born.
Oh, I never heard of. I don't know.
How dare you?
But if you were waiting for Jesus'
Christianism.
burning, so we should eat in the afternoon because of the time zone.
Yeah. Yes. So this is really.
But I mean, well, you grew up in not exactly the same parts of Brazil. Was there any difference, or is it like most of the country does it this way?
I had spent my Christmas in like 4 different states in Brazil, and the main difference between them it's the dishes.
Okay.
All of it, all of the rest gonna be similar.
Dressing up in the living room.
Yes, and the conversations and the jokes, everything is really similar.
Okay.
But some states gonna have specific dishes that it's only them.
Okay.
But the rest, it's kind of. I mean, Brazil it's huge, and I know just 4 states. So yeah, we have.
How many
like,
are there?
26 in
26.
the federal district.
Yeah.
So what about the neighboring country, Argentina?
Yeah, so Argentina, I think the only like dulce de leche, of course, and alfajor, and maybe I don't know other like Argentinian dishes, and so
yeah,
But
we do
not
that for
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Eat meat.
Yeah, with meat.
oh yeah, Argentinian.
So
you eat a lot of meat,
I
right?
think I'm the worst to bring here to like for an Argentinian perspective, just because our family was never like very Argentinian. So I know that we eat vitel toné. I mean, they eat because I'm vegetarian. And
What is it?
meat with something. People really like it. I'm gonna be cancelled. You can Google it. It's a specific type of meat. It's good.
And that's what you eat every year, like this.
Yeah, and that's like the Christmas.
Is it like asado or?
No. It's in the oven, I think. I have no idea.
Okay, so some kind of special meat for. And you only eat on Christmas, or is it like?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Christmas.
Well, at least we have some similarities. So some dish that you only eat on Christmas.
When you open the presents.
Oh, we gather like to have dinner, and then you have dinner, then you have dessert, and you kind of make time until 12, and you open presents like Santa or Papa Noel comes at 12. Like
But you
he
eat
does
before.
everything in 1 minute. It's amazing. He's
Okay,
very
so it's like
effective.
somewhere in between. You eat before, but you open at 12.
So we're all kind of tipsy already when
Then I think.
That's good.
presents
I
come.
mean, now I live in Sweden, and there I think it's also similar to Germany. You have like a dish, you invite friends and family, and you eat and you open Christmas just afterwards, basically. But what they do, which everyone does, it's I think 6 p.m. or is it 4 p.m. I don't know. One of hour in the afternoon on the TV, there's like Donald Duck, like a special Christmas episode, which is like a cut of many different characters and all very condensed. But it's the same thing. It runs every year, and everybody watches it at the same time in TV. So it's like
Oh, we have
Yes.
this in Brazil.
as well.
Really?
Yes, because the television, like the channels, we have one like that. It's like the most famous one. It's not. It's because they have more coverage of the country. So if you live in a really small city without good reception, at least this channel you're gonna have. The name is Global, and they have a really like strict schedule about Christmas. And it's kind of tradition. You watch some programs like we don't have this guy anymore. The name is Faustão, and he if it's like in the Sunday you're gonna watch him. But they always have like a schedule, especially for Christmas. Like some singers will sing specific songs, and it's like the same. I'm 30 years old, and it was the same people singing the same songs every single Christmas in Brazil.
Oh yeah, there's
That's the
like
thing about traditions.
Então é Natal, e Ano Novo também.
Yes, I hate this song so hard. And we do a lot of memes about it because we hate this song because it's the same. Oh,
I think
and
in Germany, like also there's some movies that are always being shown on TV. It's not like a strict schedule, but it's always like Die Hard. It's always on TV. And it's
Home Alone.
some
Home
other
Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone. And like these things that just happen. And like in the radio, it's the same songs every year. And I'm not a particular fan.
We
we have our own Mariah Carey in Brazil. She's called Simone. Like she has a song that every Christmas it's the same song.
Yes, and it's not so good.
What does she want for Christmas? If it's not you.
No, it's the other. But it's what's the? Now I forgot what the song
Thank
is.
God, I wanna keep forgetting. I don't wanna remember.
But I mean, then I mean, yeah, traditions. Kind of the point is right. It's kind of the same thing every year. But what do you think about the aspects of you do the same food with mostly the same people with the same music with the same jokes? Like, what do you think about it? Do you like it? Is it problematic? Is it
Sometimes, at
look
least in
forward?
my family, I felt like kind of boring some years because like it's the same thing, and if the family had some kind of problem like between the people, like some small fight or discomfort, they will still gather and be like looking at each other, so sometimes the family is growing and these problems start getting between some members, and it's, I don't know, it's not pleasant. But something that I really see in Brazil that we not talk about, it's that we not have like a Brazilian culture about Christmas. We clone from the United States because in December we are in summer, like it's really really hot.
Oh, true. Yes.
And in the United States and in Europe it's winter, so our decoration we fake snow like with a spray. And we fake a lot of things. Our tree gonna be kind of white as well with plastic product to try to live like America, like United States things. It's not like.
It's also very hot
really
in
weird.
Argentina. Right?
Yeah, it's just so funny. You eat stuff with a lot of calories. You have all the Christmas lights, everything that makes sense here, and you do it there, and it's just.
I think this happens because like we live in a different hemisphere, of course, and then the date is one date, because when you think about like some other stuff, for example, I have only one example, which is like hot wine, which is a very common Christmas drink here. In Brazil, we drink something similar in June, which is winter in Brazil. It was supposed to be winter, but it's like it's similar. It has a cinnamon. It has a little bit, and we call it quentão. So it's like it was supposed to be our
Super
Christmas
hot.
time at the time.
I mean, every country has like their version. So it's Glühwein in Germany when you go to Christmas market. In Sweden, it's called Glögg. And yeah, every country has like their.
No, try to explain Argentinians. You want to put wine in a pot
And make it warm.
like boil. No,
They don't accept it.
that's nice.
But I mean, you put like sparkling water in wine.
Yeah, but
Well, that's okay suddenly.
You put the sparkling water.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
But I mean, back to the question, like, so how did you like? So you were living both in Germany and France and Argentina, but how did you feel about that it is a recurring thing? It's happened every year with the same people.
Yeah,
Like,
so
did
for
you
me
like
it's
it,
not the same
participate?
because I come from divorced parents. So every year Christmas is more. It's never the same because there's always like a new fight and you have to spend it with someone new and also with someone new from the family, and that always aside of the family is in a fight with someone else. So it's always different in my case.
The
I
Latin
never get
family.
bored. Yeah, it's big. They're always in a fight. There's always
Kinda
drama.
messy.
So, but the thing is that then I have like 3 Christmases, at least in Argentina, because I had to spend it with my mom,
Oh,
then
yeah,
with my
each
dad,
side
then with my
and-
grandmother, and like depending on who was not talking to whom, we had to visit, and it's like Christmas for me was very draining because you have to like make a tour of yourself, like you were the queen visiting like all your Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I see. I mean, I remember like one of my ex-girlfriends, I mean, her family was also, they were kind of close because the grandparents were very trying to keep the family together, but the siblings, so her parent and aunts, they were like fighting a little bit. And then it was also, they kind of got along well, but then they were like, you know, just pretending that it's fine. As I said, like, you know, people as they kind of go along well, but you kind of sense the tension.
They fake they get along, and
yes.
that's it.
And in some ways, I think it's, I mean, good because people are kind of forced to be like, come on, we're just people, you're adults, you know, we can talk about things. And even if we just agree to disagree, it's fine.
Especially for younger generations. Like, if you never to meet your grandmother or aunt, uncle, second cousins, it's nice to see each other.
But then, of course, on the other side, when you have the tension present, it can be very uncomfortable.
When you're the topic of tension.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's a nightmare.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I think most people when they speak about Christmas, they think about, well, from their context, oh, maybe they have a okay family and it's so nice, but not many people think about that. Maybe for some people it's always a struggle because if it's divorce or just fights or just whatever, any reason that can come in the way, it's just like, oh my god, it's Christmas again. So
I wanted to ask, as like immigrants, how do you celebrate every year, like between you together? Like, do you keep those traditions?
Yes, our first Christmas years in Ireland, we tried to gather some friends, most Brazilians, and we try to do our Christmas like really mixed inside Brazil, because as we are so big, the states have different dishes, different traditions. So it was a nice opportunity to have them bring this kind of culture, Brazilian culture, but not for us because it was like other parts. So yeah, we do like this. And it's a good question because I learned something about Irish Christmas that I didn't know, that they just celebrate the 25. So they don't do a dinner in the 24. Doesn't matter. They do like nothing. They just sleep, and then in the morning, in the 25, they're gonna like open presents. They're gonna have a huge lunch, and that's their Christmas. Like they are doing now, and then we did last night. So that's really a huge gap.
And possibly because they can be hungover because the day after is also a holiday. So it's called Boxing Day or
Boxing Day. Yeah, it's in the UK, I think.
And in Ireland, because they don't like the English, so they changed the name, and the holiday is called St. Stephen's Day.
St. Stephen's Day, Boxing Day,
With the same concept.
Yeah, it's the same concept. And so the Boxing Day is that I think the Queen used to give presents on the 26th to the poor, and I think it became like this thing in the holiday.
And it's an amazing opportunity to buy stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yes, in the 26th, it's like you have like huge discounts. It's better than Black Friday.
Wow.
The whole Ireland gets good prices.
Yeah, it's in general. And I mean, my brother was saying that it's like the most commercial period of the year, which kind of makes sense because, you know, maybe Black Friday people don't really do it or whatever other events, but Christmas, I would say, is the majority of the Western population that would, if they would buy something, they would probably buy it then.
That's nice.
How did it start? Because it's someone else's birthday. Why do we gift each other?
So
how did it start?
The gifts thing is interesting because in Brazil, at least the Christmas parties that I've been to, usually they don't do like the gifts like we did. We usually just buy one gift and play like Secret Santa.
Oh yeah,
so nice. We also do that here at work usually.
You are so many people. I was gonna say that. I was like, I can't for everyone. Like
we were like 11 people yesterday. It was a lot.
And there is also like another thing that we do instead of Secret Santa, and I think they call differently. I forgot the name now. But basically, you buy weird presents.
It's like a prank.
Oh yeah, so we call this Wichteln, which means like you either buy like intentionally shitty things or you buy like cheap things for like 10 euros or less, and then you do like draw base or luck, or you play games and then you get a random present.
Yeah, the one that we play in Brazil.
I did that when I was young. When do you do that?
I mean, usually you do it like not on Christmas. Some people do it. Also in Sweden is one thing, but usually you do it like with friends or at work. Like in groups you have a little Christmas celebration because you don't know your colleagues enough to know what they get. So you just get like whatever cards for a concert that maybe people like, and then you can swap it around. Or so it's like it's a compromise, you know.
Yeah, so some people in Brazil play and they try to buy also some nice things, because then the idea is you're given a number. This number is the order that you get a present. So you get first, and then I get second. And if your present is better than mine, I can take your present and give you mine.
Oh.
Yes.
And so
but
the
I
last
cannot review. I can just change the ones that it's already open.
Yeah, people from the United States play that. It's Blue Whale. Could it be like that?
Possibly, I don't know. But there's a very similar game in Sweden as well, where they have dice and they play this game. And I think that's probably the most common Swedish tradition. I'm not really super aware of Swedish old traditions, but you basically have as many presents as people. And then you kind of might pack them in a way that you kind of know what it is, but maybe not. Or just it's a very nice wrapping, or it looks like a bottle of wine, and you kind of know what it is. And then they're all in the middle. And then there's 3 rounds. The first round, if you roll a 6, you can pick one, and then everyone has one. And then the second round, you can switch, and the third one, you can, I don't know, change the order. So
It's
you have to be
more
very
complex.
tactical, like when to get what.
More
And
complex. In Brazil, we call it like a secret enemy. And but I think that is like a sore spot for Brazilian culture, because it's really common you participate of this like joke around, and not the enemy secret, but when you like really
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa, that you give like a really good present and you receive like a candy, you know? So that's really, really, really a top of conversation in this time of year, because someone was victim of this situation. Like, oh my God, I spent like a really good thing.
You remind me of the Office episode where there is
This is Brazil.
What is it? What was it? But it was like, some iPad and No,
yes, it was like a really good present, and it was like
a
paper.
shirt.
Yeah, a shirt, like.
Yeah.
Do you build Weihnachtsbaum?
the Christmas tree.
There.
Christmas tree.
The 8th of December, like us? Because of the Santa something?
Oh, you put it up on 8th of December.
Yeah, it has to be. It's a holiday.
It's Nicholas, right? San
you-
Nicholas.
No, for us it's Virgin something. Santa...
Some...
Like the
Susanna.
Madre?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And it's a holiday and you don't go to work and you build a tree.
I don't know if it's a rule, but my family in Brazil, they used to build the tree on the 1st of December. But I know that in the 6th of January, it's mandatory to put it down.
Put it down, yes.
Like all the decoration and stuff. And it's really because if you visit some house in the like 7 or 10 of January, and it's still with decoration, we're gonna say, man, come on, you're too lazy, you know? It's like...
So like it feels so weird having a Christmas tree when it's warm. Like for me, it's so, because I mean, I'm just used to it. I mean, also like most people that I interact with, you know, everyone is like, oh, how's your Christmas? And so we are like, I don't celebrate Christmas. I mean, I have a different, like, I don't know, I'm Muslim, I'm not, I'm like, oh wow, this is like, we so much assume that everyone has Christmas, and that and maybe some people listen to the episode Christmas special, they're like, oh, whatever. I mean, it's like if there was an episode about some saint of whatever culture, I'm like, oh, whatever. Yeah. But it's so much, it takes such a central role, I think, in Western society.
It has to do also with winter. Like you get so sad and it's so dark. You need something. I mean, the excuse is Christianity and Jesus, but honestly, it's just like we need lights, we need food, we need to be together, we need to like.
Yeah, I have to say, especially in like countries like Sweden, Christmas is a very, very good thing to survive, like the first part of the winter, but then you have Christmas, you have New Year's, you had Halloween before, so but then January, February, March you have basically nothing.
Everyone
and then
tells me those are the hardest months here because of that. It's still cold, it's still dark.
Oh, the dark is the worst part for me.
It's so depressing.
So yeah, for me it's like I don't really care too much about the historic religion. I'm like, it's a good way to also meet the family, because I mean, now we all live in different cities or countries, so I don't see my family. I mean, I see maybe my brother or my sister or my parents, but at the same time, in the same room for more than a day is kind of super rare.
Yeah.
So that's actually
Special moment.
Yeah, for me as well, like, because when I grew up and my family didn't do any celebration at all, what I actually would do is, like, because it's a holiday, we would travel, do like a quick trip to a farm or something. So for me, it was just like another holiday, another day off. And then people started asking me, like, oh, what are you going to do for Christmas? And I was like, nothing. And eventually people were starting, oh, do you want to come over? And I started going and I started questioning because it was supposed to be a Christian thing, but there's nothing there on the traditions that are in the Bible. And I read the whole thing and I didn't find anything there. So I was like, but it's kind of like a little bit, I'm sorry, but I found it a little bit hypocrite. So I was a little bit like anti-Christmas. But then when I moved to Ireland, it's like you said, like the winter, like it's you want to be dressed more, you want to get cozy, at home and
comfort food.
Oh,
comfort food! It's so good.
I mean, also one thing that we maybe didn't talk too much. I mean, we talked about when to open the presents, but I think one thing that is very nice is the fact that you give presents to other people, because of course there's birthdays, which everyone definitely has once a year. And unless you're born on the 29th of February, then it's once every 4 years. But I just think it's very nice that you get the opportunity.
On Christmas, then you only get one.
Yeah, it's like it's for everything.
Yeah.
Gifts.
Yeah, actually, it's a friend of mine's birthday today. I have to say happy birthday to him later. But and the other way, it can be very annoying when you have a big family or you don't really know what to buy them. But I think maybe we can also wrap things up, but like to understand, like, what are the things when you buy someone a gift? What do you think about? What were the best presents someone else got you? And because I think this is one of the very good sides of Christmas. So even if you're just spending your Christmas with a part of a family, and there's 4 other parts that you have to spend with, but still, like, you might have a good understanding of what someone else needs, or you want to surprise them. And maybe I can start, like, of some examples, like what I found receiving very nice. For example, it was my ex-girlfriend who gave me just some vinyls, which is like a very, I mean, I love music, I play music, I DJ, and I was like, I haven't gotten such a, like, personal present before, and I was like, right, this is really, really nice, because, I mean, of course, I like to pick my own songs, but if somebody knows my taste of music, it's like very, like, it feels very personal. And I think in general, having personal presents is something that you feel very appreciated for. So, for example, when I give presents, I have this sneaky trick that the months before Christmas, I meet people and I just listen to, like, oh, yeah, I don't know, my shelf is broken, whatever. And then I just write these things down, and then, or like, you know, oh, I really wanted to see this concert, or really wanted to, because people, like, actually, like, without noticing, you say these things a lot. And just the month before Christmas, I can recommend to just, like, meet people or have a call with them and just talk about life and stuff. And suddenly they will tell you. Because, like, if you do it before, it's fine. If you do it, like, a week before Christmas, then it's obvious, you know, like, come on, like, I knew it. But you have to be sneaky about it. That's one tip I can give.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you?
And for me as well, I think I like to give utilitarian presents. So I think, like, oh, how would the person use this thing? And it doesn't need to be like a huge important thing that the person wouldn't live without. Could be like something, like, for example, I see that right now we are putting the cups directly on the furniture, so I'm gonna buy some
posters.
Yeah,
nice.
So this is like something small but was useful and thoughtful at the same time.
And when receiving presents, what were, like, examples of things that you liked or disliked, maybe, as well?
Yeah, I
the
usually
best present you received.
Or the worst present.
Yeah, the thing is that I'm not remembering much. But I usually like things that are thoughtful. For example, so Maria, for my birthday this year, she gave me books of stuff that I was really interested to, nice. Which was nice, because, like, book is usually something that you give to someone that you don't know much. But you can be really personal
specific,
with the book.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
also, once I received a collection of beers, and also Maria gave me. Maria usually, because she's like the person that knows me the most.
Yeah.
She gave me also like coffee stuff because coffee is my preferred drink ever, second to beer.
Today we all drink tea, just to mention.
Yeah.
this.
Yes, because it's special.
Today is tea weekly.
Tea weekly.
It's my favorite tea. It's very good. I
Blueberry
love it.
tea.
It's
I wish you could smell it.
Swedish blueberry. It's not.
It's so tasty, and it's
blueberry.
not like too sweet. It's just
so good.
balanced.
And
yeah.
it's that blueberry because I've tasted other blueberries and it's not good.
Yeah.
That's
This
a good
one's
gift
so
for her.
good.
Yeah.
Don't tell her next year.
But yeah, when I think about gifts, I think about being thoughtful. But one thing that came to my mind is that book, The 5 Languages of Love.
Yeah.
So some people they like their active way of showing love is through presents, but there are some other ways. And I never did a test on myself, but maybe I'm having recency bias, but I don't remember if presents is like a huge thing for me. I do like a lot.
For you, when you wanna give something, you like to give like service. You like to do something for a person. For example, you are struggling to get la visa for some country, so Sheldon would like understand the whole process, and he will like, oh, you just need to do this. Can I do for you? You know, he will like do stuff for you. That's like the most expressive.
But this can also be a gift, you know. You can also
yes.
give, like, I mean, a cucumber or you plan something.
Exactly.
So what about you? Like, what are the things if you give and receive presents? What are you thinking about then?
Yes, actually, it's for me. I love give presents. It's something that I feel really like good doing it. But it's hard to do it because I always want to mix something useful for the person, but in the same time that's gonna remember her about me with her. You know, like something that we did, for example. You and I, we talked, we have remember when I did the lasagna for you?
Lasagna, yes.
Yes, it was.
I still remember today, right?
Was one of the first time that you were at our house in Dublin.
Yeah, cool.
Yes. And it was like, I remember the way you were like so happy about it, the dish. So I would give you something about that, you know, that you like made
like a memory to.
Yes, something that we share, just the two of us. I try to mix that with something that you're gonna really use. I know it's hard, but when you accomplish, it's so special because you see that a person like, oh my God, she knows me. She remembered that we did that. And, you know, it's like,
And when you
receiving presents, oh my God. I'm a really easy person to please because I don't know. I grow up in an environment where my parents didn't had a lot of money. So we would try a lot of stuff to make ourselves happy without have to expend money because we didn't have at the time. So it's like they would do like really simple things. For example, I remember I am like absolutely in love with orange juice, but it needs to be like a really fresh and really good orange, you know? And my mom gave me as a birthday once, she like we were in this padaria.
Yeah, deli.
This deli that used to make like amazing orange juice. And she gave me a cup of orange juice. And it was like the best orange juice that I drink in life. Nice. I was like 12 or 13. So yeah, it's not hard, but because if the person stopped to think about you, even if it was a small thing, she cared. So it's I love presents, any type of presents.
Yeah, once I earned as a present like a Coca-Cola as well, like do you know the glass one, the 295 milliliters?
Oh, like the classic glass.
Yeah.
Yes, it tastes good.
It was it's not very I don't know nowadays, but back in the day, it wasn't very common to have it in bars and stuff. So yeah, this person, I don't remember who he was, but they took me to this place, and I was like, okay, these are Christmas present. So it was like something simple as well, but it was really thoughtful.
That type of thing works.
I think maybe also more the things around, you know. It can, I mean, the object by itself doesn't mean too much to other people, but of course for you, you have you like it a lot, or it's memories or something special. Yes. What about you?
So for me, gifts or gift giving is more the thought of like, I saw this and I thought of you. So kind of like what you were saying, like this this object or this act of service or this what I'm giving you like reminded me of you. And I am definitely in the love languages it's gift giving / acts of service. Definitely. And my boyfriend is kind of like this the same way. So when I received my presents, like I started crying because it was like, oh my gosh, like I cannot like it was something very obvious about me. Like I really like matcha, and like
it's so
I
good.
drink it all the time. And you know that I drank it because my lips are like green, so it's also like very obvious. And it is something like very obvious about me. I don't drink coffee, I drink matcha. And he gifted me like a set. He gifted, I don't know, because then my face is green, so I don't know. I bathe in it. But he gave me like a set to do with myself and blah blah, and I started crying because it was like that. Like I cannot remember that. I cannot believe. Not I cannot believe, but it's like it's so nice that you remember that I like this, or like that you consider that. So.
And when it comes to giving presents.
So at least with my friends, I was surprised. I really liked it because with my friend, I wanted to buy her something, but I could not get it on Etsy, and then I was like, I can make it myself. Like this is easy. I can make it myself. And it turned out I could not, because it was one of those. It's a stupid present, but one of those like Christian candle with like a pop culture reference on it.
That's
and she
fun.
realized from the X-Files Scully, like she had a crush on her for like as long as she could remember, so I wanted to do that. And it's very simple, but for some reason I printed the picture bigger than the candle, and then when I had to stick it I could not. So but she really liked it, and it was like you said, like, oh, I cannot believe you knew this, because she told me, oh, I love her. I'm like, yeah, I know. Here. So I guess I kind of like got it, and then with my boyfriend, yes, as well. Yes, there I got it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be like a theme that's. I mean, of course, like when you think about the love languages, I mean, I think there's gifts, there's active service, there is physical touch. What else is there?
Time together.
Quality time.
Quality time.
And oh my God, what's the fifth one? Another fifth one. That's the secret for the next episode.
Put in the comments.
If you know.
But I mean, it definitely makes sense to understand what they give and what they like receiving, and trying to find something along those lines. So if somebody doesn't care about valuable things or gifts, maybe just take them to a trip or take them to dinner or do something like for them, like, or build something for them, because it's your time that you put it. It might be like, at the end, it might be an object you give them, but they know, oh, this is handmade. Or
I wanted to gift everyone a drawing, but I had not enough time. I made only 3. I put 11. So I decided to change. And became
but
objects.
we always, like, when we are talking about presents, I think most of the people will say like, oh, give something meaningful, something like, you don't need to worry about the price and stuff. But if you know someone that you love, that you want to give a present, and you have money and you know what they need and it's expensive, buy it and give it an expensive one as well. It's not like
you might receive something nice back.
It's not like just it's not a problem, because sometimes we spoke like that and looks like expensive present. It's not good, and I disagree. Like, if you can give the expensive one and it makes sense for the person that it's receiving, give the expensive one as well.
Yeah, Maria once gave me, like, I think my first branded watch was Maria's gift.
Yes. So,
and also, you talked about manufacturing, like building your own present. During the pandemic, everything was closed, and it was Maria's birthday. Maria's birthday is on the 12th of January.
Yes,
and
almost there.
So I wanted to have something for her, but there was nothing to buy. So I tried to make pudding. But I made it in the wrong pot, and everything leaked. And I was like almost crying, like, I'm sorry, I wanted to do like a really special thing. And she went to the oven and was like, it's a special. Give me the fork, and we ate inside of the oven.
So yeah, there's many ways to make a present. Maybe you can take some inspiration from this, dear listeners. But I think we're on time now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
let's wrap it up.
I think we already wrapped it up. In some
Yeah.
ways. But if you want to say some final words,
just a last thing, because at Christmas time, everyone is talking about family, and we know that some people doesn't have like a structured family or doesn't have a good relationship with your family, and your family can be anyone that you choose, anyone that you love and love you back. So please don't get sad if you don't have like a good relationship with your family. Just get your friends and people that you love, and
That's a good topic for our next episodes. What family means for you, because
Yes.
we have our own definition of family.
Yes.
and
And I
this
think
is really
it's-
serious. Like
most people might think it's very common that it's always the easy way, but I think there's a big majority of people that don't have the classical parents, friends,
Yes,
siblings.
yes.
It's quite the opposite.
And sometimes you have like blood related, but you don't have a good relationship
Yes.
with them.
And
You
other
don't need
people-
to obligate yourself to like
Exactly.
them if they are not good people to
That's
you.
actually a very
So
deep topic.
yeah, it's important to.
But we still
like,
hope that everyone has a good time right now, has a nice
peaceful
Christmas.
and happy Christmas.
And yeah, have a Merry Christmas. Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
And leave in the comments how your Christmas went. And,
Yes, and where you're from and how it is like
and
the
your traditions, different
Yes.
things.
I
And-
really want to learn about it. It's really nice.
Okay, so let's say goodbye, each one in your own language.
You start.
Ciao.
Ciao, Feliz Natal. Ciao también.
Ciao también.
Ciao,
Goodbye.
Feliz
Ciao, ciao.
Navidad.